Good afternoon. It's amazing to see this many folks in the building, so welcome to Town Hall for our meeting Tuesday, December 6th. I'm going to kick it off right now, but I do have the distinct pleasure and honor, first time in my life, and it's humbling to call today's meeting to order for the swearing in of our new mayor, new council members, council member re-elect as well for Ward 2, 4, and 5. I'd like to call upon the Honorable Judge Laughlin to come to the podium to administer the oath of office. And so you all know, Judge, we know you, we know Mayor Laughlin and Honorable Judge Laughlin, but he'll swear in Mayor-elect Alan Perry, Ward 2 Representative-elect Patsy Bryson, Ward 4 Representative-elect Tammy Becker, Ward 5 Representative-elect Steve Alfred. And sir, the floor is yours.
All right, Mayor-elect.
We have my grandmother's one.
Excellent. All right, put your hand on it and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of the state,
according to the Constitution of the state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
As mayor of the town of Hilton Head Island,
As mayor of the town of Hilton Head Island,
I will equally, fairly,
fairly,
and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skills,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
and I will use my best endeavors
and I will use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law,
according to the law,
the purpose for which I have been elected.
the purpose to which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. All right, Mrs. Bryson. Got our own again.
It takes two family Bibles for me.
All right. Well, then you better really mean it.
Yes, sir.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of the state,
according to the Constitution of the state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
As a council member of the town of Hilton Head Island,
As a council member of the town of Hilton Head Island,
I will equally, fairly,
fairly,
and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust imposed in me,
and I will use my best endeavors
and I will use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law,
according to the law,
the purpose for which I have been elected.
the purpose for which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Becker.
So since we're all talking about our Bibles, this is my husband's childhood Bible and my grandmother's Bible, both of which have seen floods and fires and stood strong.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of the state,
according to the Constitution of the state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and to preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
As a council member of the town of Hilton Head Island,
As a council member of the town of Hilton Head Island,
I will equally,
I will equally,
fairly,
fairly,
and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
and I will use my best endeavors to preserve the peace
and I will use my best endeavor to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law,
according to the law,
the purpose for which I have been elected.
the purpose for which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Alfred. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of the state,
according to the Constitution of the state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
As a council member of the town of Hilton Head Island,
As a council member of the town of Hilton Head Island,
I will equally,
I will equally,
fairly,
fairly,
and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust imposed on me.
and I will use my best endeavors
And I will use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law, the purpose for which I have been elected.
according to the law, the purpose to which I've been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. And with that, I think my duties are done.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, and welcome, Mayor, council members Bryson, Becker, and Alfred, as well as all other council members. Welcome this evening. At this point, I will turn over to our mayor to preside over the meeting.
Thank you, Mark. Good afternoon. I'd like to call this town council meeting to order. But before we go any further, I want to recognize a few people and then have a quick statement. Mayor McCann, Councilman Harkins, Councilman Lennox, thank you all for your service that you have given to this community over the past years. It has been duly noted that y'all have been great leaders and stewards of our community. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. If you'll bear with me for just a moment. I wrote a little something that started about 3 o'clock this morning, when the brain just won't shut off. Our island community has led the way for great things from the early day of the freedmen's town of Mitchellville to the modern-day first green developer Charles Frazier. History, arts, environment, and culture are in our roots, and we must look towards the past for a strong direction forward. Over the past 100 days or so, the word harmony has been a word that I have used often on where I would like to see our community go. Decorum, respect, transparency, along with listening, and clear and accurate communication is how we will achieve harmony, not only in this chamber, but outside of these walls, within our community. I found this partial definition for harmony. Harmony is usually identified as a human value, referring to compatibility and accord in feelings, actions, relationships, opinions, etc. It denotes a state of balance among forces influencing or even opposing one another. There are many more definitions. I see harmony as an understanding or ideal that allows us to work together with respect in the goal to achieve happiness. Over the past couple of weeks, I have met with every council person, and we have discussed our goals. What I found is that we are pretty much aligned with our desires to protect the character and values of our community. No, we will not always agree. However, we will find the best avenues that will fit us through constructive conversations. You know, there are colors that people identify with, but the only color that I'm concentrating on is green. Our green environment with lush oaks, pines, palmettos, specimen plants, and spawning marshes not only drew us here to vacation, but called us home to Hilton Head Island. Let us not forget these reasons why we care so much about this special place. As we look towards new projects and redevelopment, let's again be a leader in our actions by continuing to seek harmony in the protection of our environment and our people, which are our greatest assets. This is a new day for council. We are prepared to provide the best direction we can for our island. We need your help to reach these goals today and in the days coming. This is our community. We all must do our part. The tides will rise and the tides will fall. This is God's land, and we must preserve and protect it. Thank you. Are we in compliance with FOIA?
Yes, sir, we are.
Thank you very much. Okay, pledge allegiance to the flag. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You'll continue standing. Rabbi Bloom.
Sovereign of humankind and all life in this universe, today we come before you amidst this convocation of elected leadership to begin a new cycle of the democratic process. Humbly we beseech you, God, on this joyous day to instill in our elected representatives the temperament to conduct the business of this town with dignity, mutual respect, good judgment in their deliberations. We also look to you to imbue our town council with patience and understanding when our community offers them feedback and input in public sessions. May the citizens who come before this body exercise restraint and set an example of respectful behavior. God, please help us to remember the loyal and hardworking staff that implement the policies of this honorable body of elected representatives. Their dedication to serve this community deserves our praise, and may we never take them for granted. May the ongoing representatives do their best to help and mentor the new representatives so that a new spirit arises of collegiality and cooperation amongst this town council. Finally, we ask for your blessings upon our new mayor, Alan Perry. May his colleagues do their best to support his work and vice versa. May he govern with wisdom and demonstrate a willingness to listen and learn, and may you bestow upon him the strength to follow his convictions and stand firm on his core values for the betterment of this town. And let it be that our town, Hilton Head, grow and prosper in the next 4 years. May our leadership make good decisions for the betterment of all people, rich and poor. May this body become a symbol of why living here is really a blessing, and our community is a blessing every day. May all of you representatives go from strength to strength. And I conclude with this word from the Bible. Hallelujah. May God praise all of you. And let us say, Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi. Krista, will you call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Brown?
Here.
Ms. Bryson?
Yes, I am here.
Mr. Ames? Here. Mrs. Becker?
Here.
Mr. Alfred?
Here.
Mr. Stanford?
Here.
Mayor Perry?
I am here too. Thank you.
Excellent. All present, sir.
All right, next up is appearance by citizens, and I would like to ask anyone that is coming to speak to the dais today that if you have any documents that you wish to present to the council, that you do so after your 3 minutes. And in the future, if you do have documents, we would appreciate if those documents would be provided to the town clerk prior to the meeting. So, do we have any people to speak today?
Excuse me. Yes, sir. We have 5 citizens signed up to speak, with the first one being Mr. Grindle, Bud Grindle.
Good afternoon, everyone,
Afternoon.
and congratulations to the newly elected members. Mr. Mayor, you set up my speech very well today, because the reason I am here is to talk about keeping Hilton Head the way it is. And I want to bring to your attention a new project. And since there's new members and a new mayor, I thought maybe you would be interested in hearing what is going on. So my name is Blaine Grindle, is my real name, Bud is my nickname. I live at 133 Arrow Road, along with several members in the audience here today. There's quite a few. I am representing both myself and the residents of Hilton Head Motor Coach Resort. We have come to you hopefully to engage you and inform you in a situation that exists in our neighborhood. For those of you who may not be familiar with 133 Arrow Road, it's the Hilton Head Island Motor Coach Resort. The resort is owned by 401 individual tax-paying owners and managed by our HOA board, of which we have 3 or 4 board members and the chair with us today. About a quarter of the owners are permanent residents, so that means somewhere around 100. Many other owners, including those attendants today and myself, are owners that spend 6 months or more at our lots. So we consider ourselves islanders. The concern we want to bring to your attention today is regarding the proposed design of the South Island Public Service District Deep Well Project being designed and built on Dunnigan's Alley, just down the street from here. It came as a surprise to us that this project was started without notification to us as adjacent landowners. We just were not told. The subsequent noise pollution that came with the land clearing and construction of the big steel water tank was really our first indication that, hey, something's going on next door. But since the beginning of the construction on this project, we have met with the town staff and the officials of the South Island Public Service District. We completely understand and support the construction of this needed deep well. We'd like to work with all of you and make this project the least impactful on all residents of our neighborhood and the Wexford neighborhood. Since the second phase of this project will need permitting and public meetings, we would like to work with the SIPSD and the town to modify the design as it proceeds. What's that mean, 3 minutes is up?
Yeah, that means 3 minutes is up,
Already?
and we're gonna stick to that.
Okay.
If you would be so kind and provide that copy to the
I
clerk,
will.
so we have it.
And I have a packet for you.
Yeah, perfect, awesome.
Okay.
Krista, our next speaker.
Levon Stevens. Mr. Stevens?
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Council, our town manager, Levon Stevens, for the record, Chairman of the Gullah Geechee Land and Cultural Preservation Task Force, and I'm also here representing the Native Island Leadership Council. First, I want to echo the comments and recognize Mayor John McCann, Councilman Tom Lennox, and Councilman Bill Harkins for their service to our community and for their leadership and for their support and encouragement on what we've been working on for the last several years now. I appreciate the leadership of Mayor McCann and certainly have learned a lot in our journey. My other comments are to the incoming and current council members as well. I hope that we will be able to continue the good work that we've started with our Gullah Geechee Land and Cultural Preservation Task Force, and speaking on behalf of the Native Island Leadership Council, addressing those issues, as we said, to preserve this beautiful place. We all came here for one reason or another, but when we came here, there was already a culture that existed long before the town of Hilton Head was established. I hope that we will continue to respect that, and we will try to bring up the equality and continue to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all that we say and do in our policies, in our decisions, and be respectful in our conversations back and forth. Whether we agree or disagree, every voice is important to be heard. I also want to recognize the arts and culture community here, and that we'll continue to promote the culture. As an entertainer and musician myself, also working with our religious organizations. I work as a worship leader at the First Presbyterian Church. I'm a member of the historic Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church. And with that, I wish you all Godspeed, and I make myself available to you anytime to encourage to support you, and I hope that you will have open ears and open eyes. As we say in the Gullah proverb, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So thank you for your time, and congratulations to those of you who are either newly elected or coming back, and for those of you who've been serving before. God bless you, God bless this island, and may God bless America.
Thank you, Lon.
Lynn Stevens. Ms. Stevens, Lynn Stevens. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. Lynn Greeley. Lynn Greeley.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Lynn Greeley. I'm actually here to speak for Skip Hoagland, who could not speak here today. He's a good friend of mine, and as he was, right now, he's in a trial in a lawsuit which he filed against the town of Bluffton for the same corruption as the town of Hilton Head committed. I'm sure more lawsuits will be filed against this town, and we are all hopeful this new council can have more control over town employees and their illegal behavior already identified. I would wish McCain, Hawkins, and Lennox farewell. This is coming from Skip, and disappointed they all lied and failed all taxpayer on full transparency on millions of tax funds handed to the chamber. Honest public service is appreciated, not dishonest. They all leave disgraced, and all taxpayers will now expect our new council will comply to chamber accountability and our FOIA compliance that the town is currently in violation of. This level of corruption and secrecy must end. Thank you.
Thank you.
And lastly is Grace Smith. Mr. Smith? Gray Smith?
Well, welcome to all new and returning members of Town Council. We, the residents who have a lot of concerns about the future of the island, are looking forward to working with you to ultimately achieve what is best for the residents of the island. I echo the initial speaker, Alan, in listening to your words and being very encouraged by them. I relate them to a particular issue that I want to make sure that everyone is aware of on the council and in the audience and as the residents. And that is the fact that recent documents have come to light that demonstrate that the county government has virtually completely usurped the search for an independent traffic engineering consulting firm, which after 3 years and one kind of false start that was also sabotaged by the county, Hilton had finally, I guess it was somewhere between April and June, voted unanimously to we, the people of Hilton Head government and island, engage our own independent traffic engineering consultant to provide not a review, but a truly independent study and give their objective recommendations as to how to best solve our safety and peak traffic flow problems. What has come to light, and that is kind of what this document that you all have in your possession, and there are copies back there, refers to, is that a request for proposal was put out by the county. It says that the county has complete control. Hilton Head Island or any members of Hilton Head government are not mentioned once in this document. And so I am speaking on behalf of several individuals who are Hilton Head residents who have been really focused on this project all along. And we would request of you, the board, the leadership, the town officials of Hilton Head, to completely reject what, and we don't even know where they are on this project. Apparently, they were requesting proposals, and it basically looks like the county may well consider it a fait accompli. And we need to do our own, and I think this is a great new beginning to have everybody start, and let's get it done for the residents of Hilton Head. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Okay, now we're going to move on to...
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
May I just follow up? Because first I want to say thank you to all of the speakers and everyone who came out today. Your presence is an indication of how strong our community is, and I love the fact that we're all here together. And for those who are watching, thank you for taking the time to be with us as well. Everyone who spoke had meaningful conversation to share with us, and I listened carefully and take it to heart and look forward to the future. In particular, I just do want to follow up because, as everyone here knows, one of my strong positions has been to work towards a 278 corridor project that is transparent and represents the residents. And I'm asking this council to look for full transparency moving forward, and to ensure that I think it's important that we revisit the idea that there are no representatives on the committee from our residents or from the town council as an elected official to be whose feet can be held to the fire. And so I'm asking for us to revisit that composition and then to include residents and elected officials on it. And I will look forward to further conversation at this. I don't want to take time now, but that is a specific request that I'm making. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Duly noted. So now we're going to move on to the election of Mayor Pro Tem. Do we have any nominations for Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I would like to nominate David Ames as Mayor Pro Tem of Hilton Head Island.
We got a second from Mr. Brown. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, we'll take a vote on that. And
I'll call, with your
Yeah, call the
permission, I'll
roll.
call the
Yeah.
roll. Certainly. Mr. Brown?
Support.
Mrs. Bryson?
Support.
Mr. Ames?
Okay.
Sorry, I was just going in order. Mrs. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Alfred?
Yes.
Mr. Stanford?
Yes.
Mayor Perry?
yes,
Motion carries, sir.
congratulations, Mr. Ames.
Thank you.
So now we're going to move on to the mayoral appointments of town council members to the town council standing committees. Pursuant to the municipal code, the mayor shall appoint the members and alternate and designate a chairman for each of the 3 town council standing committees. Finance and Administrative Committee, we're going to have as chairman Mr. Alex Brown, members Glenn Stanford, David Ames, Steve Alfred, alternate will be Tammy Becker. The the Public Planning Committee shall be made up of David Ames, Chair, Tammy Becker, Glenn Stanford, Patsy Bryson, alternate Steve Alfred. And the Community Service, Public Safety, Chair will be Tammy Becker, members Alex Brown, Patsy Bryson, Steve Alfred, alternate David Ames. Is there a motion to approve the proposed town council? Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Give me some time to get used to this.
No, we don't need to approve that.
Yeah, we don't need to approve that. Calendar for 2023 is in your packet. Is there a motion to approve the proposed town council meeting dates for the year 2023?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussions? All those in favor, please raise your right hand.
You want to vote?
Oh, vote? Do we need a roll call on that? Okay, thank you.
Mr. Brown?
Support.
Mrs. Bryson?
Support.
Mr. Ames?
Yes.
Mrs. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Alfred?
Yes.
Mr. Stanford?
Yes.
And Mayor Perry?
Yes.
Motion carries, sir.
If there is no other business at this time, we will call for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
So moved. Thank you.